No, let me start over.
Why?
Say it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kevin.
I'm Karen.
And we have been neglecting our beer fridge, so we thought we'd get in a quick beer tasting today. And today, we've got a Berliner Weisse.
We've got a Berliner Weisse.
What?
What?
I said we have a Berliner Weisse.
I said we have a Berliner Weisse.
We've got two Berliner Weisses. Which one will we like better? Stick around and find out. So these two Berliner Weisses are from, did I say that right? Is that the plural? What's the plural of Berliner Weisse?
I have
Berliner
no idea.
Weisses?
I don't know.
Berliner Weisses?
I don't know.
They are from Hidden Springs.
Yeah.
And they're in
Tampa.
Right? Hidden Springs Ale Works. And these are both from Hidden Springs.
Yeah.
One is the Freaky Deaky Dutch Berliner Weisse with cranberry, chipotle, and maple.
Oh, I like the sound of this one. Resting brunch face Berliner Weisse with cocoa nibs, coffee, and hazelnut. Looks like breakfast on the can.
And that's pancakes on the can, right?
Yeah.
And so this has...
Pancakes, bacon, champagne. Yeah.
This has got like a Molotov cocktail, a zucchini, a broken bone, a skin box. Looks like a snake with a dog's head. That might be... Is that pancakes?
I can't tell what
Piece
that
of
is.
pizza or a wizard's hat with an eye.
I like mine better
a
than
knife
yours.
with blood, some cranberries, a diamond, some chili peppers, a beetle, some brass knuckles, a hat, which might be the Hidden
lot of
Springs
things.
has the
Yeah, this
hat
has
on
the
it.
hat too. I think
Maple
that's
leaf. And then
part of their
is that
logo.
like, what's the guy on it? He's got like gold
I don't know.
bricks.
I love gold.
He loves gold. So is he maybe he's the Freaky Deaky Dutchman? I don't know.
Perhaps.
And so here is some buttered toast, pancakes. Is that
All
champagne?
the
Those mimosa?
Good things about brunch.
So that must be mimosas,
Bacon,
eggs,
eggs, coffee.
a cigarette lighter. Oh yeah, coffee beans, and the bug again. So two Berliner Weisses. We're going to try them very different. Just recently, Forbes magazine listed Hidden Springs as one of the top 10 under the radar craft breweries to watch.
Really?
What does that mean?
Interesting.
Not sure, but all right, a couple glasses, and we are going to try these. We are going to use our Rock Pit Brewing glasses, even though these beers are not from Rock Pit Brewing, but we were there recently and scored some glasses. So out of
How
the
do you
two,
want to do it?
well, which one of the two do you think you're going to like better?
This one. Just based on the
Cranberry, chipotle.
description. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's just we'll pour them in each into a
Okay.
glass, and
And then share.
then we'll share.
All right.
So for this one, it's definitely
It's
a
really
light
red.
cranberry color.
Yeah.
So a Berliner Weisse is a sour, German sour beer, not as spicy as, say, like a Hefeweizen.
Oh, see, it's clearer than I expected
but
it
it's
to be.
definitely a wheat beer. Napoleon called this style the champagne of the North because the style originally started in Hamburg, Germany. Wasn't called necessarily a Berliner Weisse then, but then a brewer in Berlin copied the style, made it very popular, and it became the Berliner Weisse. Oh, yours is strikingly just clear. So
Right. Well, because like I said
Cocoa nibs,
before you
coffee,
turn
and
the camera
hazelnut.
on, the can and the name would lend itself more to a porter style or a darker beer. So I think that's what you expect when you pour it. But a Berliner Weisse or a sour is generally a clearer beer, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, so it's usually a simpler sour. It's simpler sour.
Simpler sour. That's hard
Meaning
to say.
it's just usually lactic acid, which I think is the same acid that you get in sour milk.
Oh, awesome.
That's pretty.
That's awesome.
That's pretty appealing
That's great.
and appeasing. So
Yeah.
I'm going to just give this a little smell here. I get a little bit of the chipotle. So it's cranberry. I didn't get any maple. So cranberry and chipotle with a little bit of sour. Sounds odd, but it actually smells really good.
Really? This one I feel like doesn't smell like much.
So resting brunch face.
I get the maple right away on this.
I get the maple
right
more out
away,
of this
maple.
one. So they both have maple though, right?
Yeah.
No, it's hazelnut.
That's hazelnut.
Oh, it's hazelnut
This
that
one's
I'm
maple.
smelling. All right, I'm going to say that both of these beers have completely fascinating aromas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes, okay, oh, it's a
Can
little
we just
sour.
Go in? I'm so impatient. I don't like all
All
the
right,
chit
okay.
chat. I want to just
It's a
taste
sour,
it.
so get ready,
I
prepare.
know. Cheers. Here we
Cheers.
go. Oh,
Interesting. Initially, I say I don't like the flavor of this initially, but I've learned to say, especially with a sour, the first sip you always are like, oh no,
right.
and then by the halfway point, if not sooner, I'm like, oh, I love this. I can't wait to have another one.
right. Same with this one, because you get all those flavors of cocoa and coffee and hazelnut, which are sweet, but it's a sour beer, which almost, to your point, is like a sour milk-ish flavor. So I'm not sure what to think.
I get the maple in the flavor. I didn't get it in the nose. So it's really like a spicy, like a peppery.
Now I want to taste that one because I got the maple
It's
right
like
away
it's
in the
like
nose.
a pepper. It's a peppery maple, which I'm not sure I dig.
Are you going back in?
Oh, of course. Yeah. So, and the pepper part of it. The pepper part of it is like that, not like black pepper. It's like chili
chipotle.
pepper.
Yeah.
It really is like this really abrasive, dry, like it attacks the back of your throat. And I'm not
So
sure.
how are you going to go from this to that?
And I'm not sure it's in a good way. What are you saying? What?
Now you're just going to go right in on that?
I've already tried this one.
You did?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Did I not? Maybe I smelt it.
You didn't. You smelled it.
I
You didn't
smelled it.
taste it.
I'm not sure I like that one either. These
Right?
are both pretty aggressive.
They're really
Flavored
complex
beers,
flavors that every sniff and every sip you're getting different things.
And we're doing them both at the same time.
I know,
I get a
which
little
is kinda
like,
dumb.
A little. No, it's beer. Hashtag it's just beer. I got a little bit of like smoky ash from that.
That is so.
What?
I didn't get that from that, but that's what I get from this.
Really?
Smoky,
It's like,
but chipotle is kind of a smoky flavor.
wow.
I'm not sure about these. They're very interesting and complex, like I said, and it's not.
We
that
could mix them a little bit.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. No.
The flavor meter
There's enough
would
going
break.
on in a single can that we don't need to mix
Yeah.
them
So
up.
I guess in this style, the Berliner Weisse, like craft beer is bringing back a lot of these styles. Like a Goza, I guess this style at one point was almost extinct. Nobody was brewing it, but thanks to the craft beer brewing industry styles like this are back.
This one's growing on
Oh,
me
and so
a little
Hidden
bit.
Springs, they make the beer that we've had a few times and we see all over the place. ZFG, the zero given.
You're swearing on camera.
I can always bleep it out if we want to make it kid friendly, but it's beer.
CFG.
But it's beer.
I don't know if I've ever had that. You've had it, but I don't think I've had it.
But it's popular. Saw somebody drinking it when we were at the Half Barrel Project, and
Project.
you know the can a mile away. So actually,
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me if I'm saying this
So that's
name right.
you said that's Hidden Springs as well?
That's Hidden Springs, and you can tell by looking at the artwork.
Yeah,
right? The
true
artwork
story.
is all the same
Yeah,
for Hidden Springs.
I do
And as
like
I was
their
gonna say,
labels.
Ariel Katerina, she's from St.
what it looks
Petersburg, and
like.
she's an artist and an illustrator, and she does
all
all
their-
this artwork.
oh, that's cool.
And I think she does the artwork for some other breweries
It's almost
as well.
a little bit reminiscent of that. What's that Sailor Jerry-ish style tattoo, right? Is that
it's the
supposed to be?
Sailor Jerry style
That's
of
what it
tattooing.
makes me think.
Is it early American, maybe?
What do you think?
I don't know. It's got to be the chipotle part of it that
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really get past it yet.
Yeah.
It dominates the flavor. And that time I got a little more of a cranberry sour. So I wonder with chili peppers, chipotles, whatever, is it one of those things that as you drink it, eat it, you become a little bit immune to it or numbed by it? Like that first one, that was all I could taste was that spicy, peppery, aggravating,
Aggravating. Let me taste it again.
scraping. But that
I'm
time,
not sure about either one of these, but I don't want to stop. Like, you know what I mean?
but it sounded good to me because I like chili peppers in beer. Like the Birthday Bomb that I had, that's one of my favorites, has like.
But again, not a
has,
sour.
No.
I think it's strange. I think that's what's thrown us off is that they're interesting flavors, but in a sour, right? Is that what's throwing you off?
I don't know.
That's what's throwing me off.
I don't know how much of this it would take me to decide whether I like it or hate it.
I wouldn't say I hate either one of them, and I would I'll finish this, but I don't know that I would ever drink more than one in a row. But, you know,
Right. It's almost, well, I mean, obviously, it's a Berliner Weisse style, which is sour, and then we're going to add cranberries, which can be sour, and then we're going to add chipotle, and we're going to add maple, which is, you know, could be smoky, sweet. So, I mean, they threw a lot at this beer, I'm sure, intentionally.
yeah, this one too.
So these are I would assume, are never meant to be somebody's daily driver. So the idea was to have very complex beers, and that's what we have here, is two very complex beers.
Absolutely.
I know it's not as interesting for you to look at the back of the
It's
cans,
okay.
but-
I know. Cocoa nibs, hazelnut, and what was the other flavor? Oh, coffee. Sour. Right?
This is less sour than the.
Well, cranberry,
Freaky
to your
Deaky
point,
Dutch.
is a
Adds
sour
sour.
fruit as well, right? And this is more sweet flavors in a sour.
All right. Regardless of where it falls on, like, do I really, really like it? I
Yeah.
don't hate it.
I don't
it's
hate
growing
either one
on
of
me,
them.
but
Right.
I know. I
I
know.
like this one better.
I know exactly which one I like better.
Same. I like this one better.
I didn't answer, so how can you say same?
Because I know you.
Absolutely not. I like this one better.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, this. I don't know what the flavor. I don't really know what
It's
the
sweet
flavor
and sour,
is in this,
which
but
is weird. And like I said, it almost has a bit of a sour milk,
yeah. So that.
but not in a bad way. If
Well,
that
I would
makes
not. I
any
wouldn't say a bad
sense.
way, but right. That's more reminiscent of the sour you'd get from milk.
Right.
This is more reminiscent of the sour you would get from like a cranberry.
Right,
So it's a
which-
little bit of a fruitier sour versus a milk sour.
Yeah.
So I like this one better of the
Interesting.
two.
I like this one better of the two. See how that worked out?
And just like every sour, I'm starting to like it.
Are you?
I am. You're just going through that.
Oh, I'm gonna finish it.
Well, of course we are. We never. Well, I shouldn't say never, but it's so rare
It's
that we
very
don't
rare.
finish it. I mean,
Right.
it's an experience, and that's what the whole thing is about.
Yeah. I like that it was unexpected. I like.
So if you went somewhere, which actually some of the places we go have hidden springs, would you ever order one of these again? And if
I don't know.
And if not, would you recommend? Oh, you should have one of those at least once, or would you tell somebody, unless you're into
I think
really
I would forewarn
exotic?
them. Right.
Say if you like
Right.
something that's flavorful, contrasting, maybe you wouldn't think would go together, and you want
Right.
just a flavorful experience one time, go for it. But be warned.
I would absolutely warn them. Yeah. I just
Alright.
noticed that the artist signed the
Oh,
labels right there. That's
Perfect.
kind of cool. Yeah. Cool.
and at some point we could try to figure out what all of these things have in common, because they seem a little bit random. Well, the coffee makes sense, right? The pancakes make sense because of the maple syrup, I guess. Mimosas,
Well,
like,
it's called resting brunch face, so it's brunch
but
things.
are those just pieces of dark chocolate? And then what does the
Perhaps.
hand with the eyeball and the palm mean? Right.
That's
and then,
a symbol. I mean, we can look it up, but I've seen that symbol before.
oh, this
It means
says.
something.
Oh, so this was a specific coffee company, Ginger Beard Coffee. So that must be whose coffee, and which is common. There's plenty of beers that I've had where they were a coffee porter or a coffee something
and
or
it
other.
names the
And it's a very specific coffee roasters. There's a
Mm-hmm.
coffee roaster in San Diego. I forget their name, but they're used a lot in beers.
Mm-hmm.
Brewed and canned at Hidden Springs Ale Works in collaboration with Loco Cuisine and Ginger Beard Coffee. So you think there's a guy with a ginger beard that owns the company?
I would imagine so.
What
Yeah.
if- but unless it could be a woman too. I don't want to assume that it's a guy. But and this one just says Brewed and Canned at Hidden Springs Ale Works, Tampa, Florida. We haven't been there, but
We haven't. We should go. It's
And
right
what's
down the
what's a
street.
skin box?
I am not sure.
Is that
I'm a
like
little afraid to
is that
ask.
like a Jeffrey Dahmer thing, or?
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna finish these.
We are.
I
It's getting
don't
hot
think
out.
it's
We
gonna.
should finish them quickly.
I don't think it's gonna change. I think this will just get marked up as a very interesting, good
Yeah,
experience.
very complex flavors
But-
in both of them.
There you go, another beer tasting. One from our beer fridge that had been neglected for a while because we've been
Busy.
busy and out and about finding beers at other places. All right, until the next beer tasting, I'm Kevin.
I'm Karen. Cheers.
Cheers.